It's a 1944 bungalow.
All right.
Bedrooms are right here on the left, kitchen's here on the right, but the real issue is our bathroom that I want to show you. So what we have here is a couple problems. The shower head is really short, but the valve, what we're having is it's leaking. And we had a plumber come out, he looked at it, said it might have been from an RV unit.
Okay.
And to fix the leak, they wanted to take $3,000, rip everything out the surround, replace it with brand new stuff, and we just felt like that was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So we wanted a second opinion.
All right, let me peek in there. Why don't you jump out for a second? That plumber was probably right about one thing. I bet you this was an RV unit, because I've never seen it from the standard plumbing industry, you know? There's no markings on it to say it's a name brand. And what it is a conventional two-valve, it looks like. So it's got hot and cold pipes that probably come in this way. You just mix the hot and the cold, and it comes down through the tub spout or goes up to the shower head. Now, I could try to repair it. You know, it's probably got a washer inside. It's probably got a seat down below. But the thing is 70 years old, and you mentioned you got 2 young kids, right?
I do.
This was installed before the invention of a single lever pressure balanced shower valve. And this has got a balancing spool inside it to adjust for changes in pressure inside the building. That means if somebody flushes a toilet, you can't get scalded. So now the challenge is, how do you put it in here? The standard plate comes like this, but look what happens. It's not big enough to cover the old opening. So what the manufacturer makes is this really cool plate. And that would allow us potentially to open up the fiberglass right here, to potentially have enough room to get in there and make the connections and put a new modern valve in without having to replace this fiberglass. So what do you think?
That sounds great.
All right, well, let me run down to the basement and turn off the water. All right, the water is shut off, and I've learned a lot about your house.
Okay.
Somebody has replaced almost every inch of the piping in this building with PEX, and that's good, except for one spot. Can you guess where?
Right behind the shower here.
Exactly. So here's, right behind us is that bathroom. Here's the shower. And right underneath us is this. This is original galvanized steel piping. And that was only used in this country for a short period of time, right around the 40s. You said 1944 here, right?
Yep.
During the war effort, they moved from threaded brass to save the precious metals for the armaments, and they went to this. As its name suggests, it's a steel piping with a galvanized coating, both on the outside and on the inside, to keep it from rusting. And over time, that coating would wear away and it would start to rust. And it would rust from the inside and actually start to create a layer inside there, and it would impede the flow and ultimately clog the line, and then it could also leak at the thread. Now this was also, could only be connected by cutting and threading and using 2 wrenches, okay? So this is no longer used, it's been replaced by copper, and that's what we have to do here. The combination of this access panel and that remodeling plate on the other side means I can get you 2/3 of the way, right? We can do the copper. But right from the existing valve up to here is probably galvanized steel like this. And how am I going to tie onto that? I can't get 2 wrenches to tie onto it. So I'm saying, what are we going to do? How can we do it? I thought we could open up a wall, right? But not what the plumbers were thinking about. Right behind this cabinet is that shower arm. And if we can get this kitchen cabinet off the wall easily, see the screws here, 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 and we take it off, it means we could open up the wall. It would give us full access to the backside. We could put that shower head at any height you want, right?
Great.
And then we put it right back up and cover the hole. You up for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I could do it for maybe $2,500.
Sounds
I'm
great.
really kidding. We'll start by scoring around the edges of the cabinet on all 4 sides. This will ensure a clean break when we remove it. Here it is. A little more. Lovely. I've traced out the outline of the new cover plate and also marked out a buffer zone, so when I cut the fiberglass, I don't risk cutting too much of it away. There's your valve, put that in your memory drawer. Then we cut an access panel on the other side of the wall in the kitchen. There we go. Look what we found. Here's a piece of the galvanized. So look inside the pipe, you can see the rust forming on the inside. And that is the last of the galvanized, it's gone. Now it's time to start putting the new stuff in. It's going to be easier to make most of the soldering connections outside the wall and then slide the entire assembly into place after. All right, we've got our new hole drilled for the new height of the shower arm. Here's the old one right here. All right, Jordan, I'm going to drop this whole valve assembly down to you. Try to get it into the pipes, down into the holes where the galvanized pipes used to be.
All right.
Nice, nice. Okay, a little more. Excellent. All right, now hold that valve body in the center of that new opening, okay?
All right, give me just a second. All right.
All right, now there's a tub spout with a piece of pipe. Stick that through.
Okay.
And have it rest on the bottom and push the spout tight. And let me just mark that. Okay. Now pull that tub spout back and cut the pipe at the mark, please, and then clean the pipe.
Okay, here it comes.
Thank you. Hold on. Okay. Now push that all the way in.
Okay.
All right, we're going to have to solder pretty close to this wood. I want to soak it really well. All right, so here's our new shower arm. I've drilled a hole way up here. That's about 12 inches higher. But to block off the old hole, I'm going to use a thing called a caulk hole cover. Normally, this is used on a stainless steel sink to cover the hole where a spray hose might go. I've got a little caulking in the back. All right, Jordan, I want you to catch that nut on the back. Okay, go ahead.
Got it.
Put the nut on it.
Okay.
I'm going to feed this riser down to you. Just get it into the top of the shower valve. This piece will run from the valve up to the shower head.
Okay.
Good. Put the shower arm in temporarily and to catch the thread. So put it up through and spin. You caught? Good.
Got it?
Yeah. Now we're just one more solder connection to make in the bathroom. I don't want any of these pipes banging around when the water's running, so I'm going to add some blocking between the studs and then secure the pipes to that. Finally, we connect the hot and cold supply lines from the basement back up to the shower. So here's our cover plate. It has a diverter dial down here that picks between tub spout and shower head. And on the back, look, it's a nice gasket. You don't have to put caulking. We stick it on here, line up the diverter. Okay. And there's a nice cover cap right here. And we hold it with 2 screws. Let's get it caught on the top of the tile.
There we go.
All right, I'll hold it in place. So you get the screws, please. All right, homeowners always get the first shot at it. Go ahead, turn it from cold. Now spin it around a little more, it's hot. All right, then there's a diverter slide at the bottom. That takes it from the spout up there. And you have a pressure balanced shower valve. You don't have to worry about getting scalded anymore.
Thank you so much for coming out to Salt Lake City to fix this problem.
I couldn't have done it without you. You were awesome. You were great.
He was a big help. That was a clever solution you had there.
I was glad that kitchen cabinet was there. It helped a lot.
So you ran PEX. There was PEX already in the house.
Yeah.
You ran it the last, but then you used copper for sort of all of the assembly. Why not PEX the entire way?
Well, I could have, but I really like the idea of building a tree. You know, the valve with the branches that hit to give some rigidity. Because once you have that inside the wall, you're going to turn that shower valve, and it gives me a chance to anchor it better in the wall. So I don't hate copper inside the wall.
Skeleton almost the whole
That's right.
stuff.
That's right.
So the one bit of soldering you did in the wall where you didn't pre-assemble was that elbow going to the tub spout,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you put the shower head in, it was threaded.
Sure.
Why not put the elbow together, solder outside, and then thread into it?
Good question. I mean, that shower L with the thread up here, with the shower arm, doesn't matter. It can be any length, and you have an escutcheon there to cover it. But with the tub spout, I really wanted that tub spout to be as tight as possible back against the fiberglass. So with him holding it tight against there, I could measure that exactly and make sure I didn't have to cock that tub spout. So
Because there's not a escutcheon plate.
that's
to
right.
hold
You could
that.
do it the other way, but it guarantees me a little tighter fit that way.
You know your stuff.
You're getting the hang of it too.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.